Hello, this is Shannon at the Germantown Public Library here to tell you about this week's take-home craft. This week we're going to be making a little pumpkin truck. So when you come to the library to pick up your kit, in it you are going to find a couple of large craft sticks, 3 little mini craft sticks, a piece of orange felt, a strip of black craft foam, a small piece of tan felt, and a couple of gray buttons. You will also need scissors, glue, and a red marker to complete this project. So your first step is going to be to color all of your sticks. So go ahead and color, you only have to color one side, color them all red. So color one side of each of your large sticks and one side of each of your small sticks. Color it red. Then we'll go ahead and get the truck part glued together so it can start drying while you get some of the other pieces ready. So you're going to go ahead and take your 2 large sticks, and once they're colored red, you're going to stack them on top of one another and glue them together. This works really well with hot glue because it bonds pretty fast and cools and dries pretty fast. I mean, if you want to use Elmer's, that's fine. You're just going to have to wait a little bit longer for the wooden pieces to dry. So you go ahead and glue your sticks together. And then once you've got those glued, you're going to take the smaller ones and glue them together so they make the cab part of the truck. So it's going to be something like this, where you're going to have it 2 of them at a 90-degree angle, and then this one to make the windshield part just kind of cocked out to the front a little bit further. And you can see here on mine how I have done that. So the one at the top kind of goes across like this, and then you've got one coming down at an angle and one straight. And then you'll want to go ahead and glue those onto the back. That way your truck looks a little bit neater here on the front. Then while that's drying, you can go ahead and start cutting out some of your other pieces. So you're going to take your black craft foam and you'll cut out a little bit of that to go inside the window of your truck, and then you'll cut out 2 black wheels for your truck. Once you have your wheels cut out, you've got 2 buttons there. You can go ahead and glue those onto the wheels so that those can start to dry, because that's going to be the hubcaps of your truck wheels. And then you're going to take your orange felt and go ahead and cut out a pumpkin. And you'll use the tan felt to cut out the stem. And so you'll glue your stem on your pumpkin. And I don't know if you can see here, I even took my red marker and kind of drew some little lines down on the felt just to give it that look like the ridges on the pumpkin. Once you get all your little pieces made, then you can go ahead, and I went ahead and glued these things on the back also, just to complete the neatness of the front of your truck. So you go ahead and glue on the inside of the window, and you glue the pumpkin kind of at an angle on the back so that when you're looking at it, it looks like it's sitting back there in the back of your truck. And then you glue on your wheels, and after that, your little fall pumpkin truck is complete. I hope you enjoyed this take-home craft, and we will see you next week for another one. Thanks so much.